Hello everyone, great to see you back on the Windsor family. Here, we bring you breaking news, fascinating stories, and little-known mysteries of the royal family. Make sure to like this video and subscribe so you won't miss any updates. Prince Harry's 54-minute meeting with King Charles at Clarence House in September 2025 has set off a media storm, with US Weekly spinning visions of tearful hugs and a father-son reconciliation. Yet, beneath the sentimental headlines, lies the unmistakable scent of Sussex strategy, a familiar pattern where private emotions are framed as spectacle and where the ultimate objective seems less about healing rifts than about securing financial stability. For according to reports, Harry carefully laid the groundwork by sending his father a heartfelt letter, a gesture presented as tender but read by critics as transactional. And when he arrived at Clarence House, allegedly breaking into tears upon seeing his father, the scene was painted as warm, relaxed, full of embraces and whispered words of comfort, a tableau so curated it seemed written for television rather than testimony, leading royal commentators to dismiss it as bad fan fiction, with little grounding in the gritty reality of the family's long estrangement. And within hours, Meghan's sudden Instagram post celebrating Harry's birthday added to suspicions that the couple had deftly synchronized their public narrative, turning what was said to be an intimate royal moment into social media fodder to maximize attention. But the true pivot point came not in the alleged hugs, but in Harry's suggestion that Archie and Lilibet could soon visit Britain, a stark reversal from his earlier claims that security risks, including references to racist acid attack threats, rendered the UK unsafe for his children. And after years of litigation to demand taxpayer-funded security, this abrupt shift suggested not resolution of danger, but recalibration of tactics, with many now speculating that the invisible children are being dangled as leverage, potential bargaining chips to secure a royal residence or official protection reinstated, especially given the financial strain surrounding the Montecito household, where Spotify has severed its contract, Netflix has cooled on fresh projects after With Love, Meghan underperformed, and Archewell faces scrutiny for lack of measurable impact, leaving Harry and Meghan with fading star power and dwindling income streams, and thus the Clarence House meeting, framed publicly as tender reconciliation, reads more like a strategic pitch to tap what commentators call the royal ATM, a subtle appeal for resources masked as familial devotion, though the contradictions remain glaring, for Harry's claim in 2021 that he hated living in England now stands in jarring contrast to his more recent declaration that, "I have always loved the UK and always will." And such reversals fuel suspicion that sentiment is less sincere than opportunistic, and for King Charles, himself navigating cancer treatment and the demands of a slimmed-down monarchy, the decision to meet Harry for the first time in 19 months was a paternal gesture, but not necessarily a political one. His amusement reportedly glimpsed during the conversation, suggesting wariness toward his son's audacity, and with Queen Camilla notably absent, the encounter was stripped of institutional weight, resting instead on the fragile thread of personal connection. Yet Charles's refusal to issue a statement afterward demonstrated both experience and restraint, a monarch too seasoned or too weary to allow the Sussexes' narrative to dominate palace messaging. But the danger remains clear. Should financial concessions be granted in any form, the public backlash would be swift. For in an age when the monarchy itself is scrutinized for its cost and relevance, indulging Harry's overtures risks looking less like reconciliation and more like capitulation, leaving observers to wonder if the 54 minutes at Clarence House marked the beginning of genuine healing or merely another act in the Sussex theater of calculated spectacle.